All right, Coach, it is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, come on. Cover. Show it up, show it up.
They'll run on first down. Terry. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first down, it's Terry. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Let's go to Pittsburgh. 950.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he finds Daniels. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Fields. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
throw. Fields to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd and 2. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On 3rd down, it's Terry, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it, man, ain't he?
Here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, chopper.
On the ground with a tight end. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he He's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. From the gun, Fields. And he's got his man on the out route. After one, it's 9-0. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 44-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. 50. Check my heel. All right. Lucky. He's checking.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And the Steelers on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, we got 4.
Looking to throw. Fields. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not.
Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. This is Bell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
The tackle made by Devin Boyle. It's a pickup of 3.
2nd down, McKinnon. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a big 32-yard play on third.
Inside. 53 is the mark.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The shotgun snap for Donald. He finds McKenna, complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it for...
Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Darnold. And he's got it. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun. Fields looking left sideline, incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
And 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. From the gun, Fields. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken around the 12, and he's out right at the 25. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. The final shot before the break, Darnold. He may try and run for this. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Bell. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he fields it cleanly. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Defense, got the lead. Yeah.
We've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike's 50.
And the blitz does come. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Darnold is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. From the 50, it's Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots, where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, watch the slant.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. This pass complete to Higgins. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Terry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Fields. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Taken down at the 2-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to...
Yeah, his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
We're going to
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw again on second down. Darnold firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Darnold. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold completes it, and he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Darnold now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Again, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey. 4 down.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
On first down, it's Terry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
On second down, on Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the Steelers on third down, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together Charles and Mace's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold, he's got Herndon, his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Ready? 51 the mic, boy, 51. You ready? I got you, son. 51.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Jets' 30-yard line.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 3.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. What a boost for this offense that he can throw in a run like that after the success that he's had throwing the football.
I love that, being able to mix in something a little bit different just when you're starting to think that's all you're going to see. He changed it up, flipped the script on him, and boy, did it work to his offense's benefit.
That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a give, right side. It's Terry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Steelers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Jets, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.